Madison.
And welcome to episode 4 of
Culture Connect.
Today I have a very special guest with us, Mr. G, our school's very own therapist.
Yes. Mr. G, I just have one quick question for you today. How are you feeling, first of all?
I'm doing well. I'm actually very honored for you guys to invite me on, so thank you.
That's great. That's great. And let's get started into the show, guys. The first question is, what is your role here at South A&T?
Yep. My role is clinical therapist on behalf of Henry Ford, with working with you guys, some of you guys, or really anybody in the district that needs help behavior health wise.
Okay, thank you. Another question for you is, how would you approach and resolve conflict?
Yeah. So one thing when we think about conflict is the first thing I would say to consider is that conflict isn't necessarily a bad thing. Conflict actually provides all parties involved the space to develop a better relationship, a stronger relationship, because understanding is developed. So in terms of getting through conflict is both or all parties involved considering the perspectives of each party.
Okay. And the last and final question we have for you today is, what is a piece of advice you would give to someone who has trouble with their emotions?
Yeah, one, I would always say look for Mr. G in your school. But in terms of working with your or emotionally regulating, one is being aware of how you feel. Taking that time to consider, what am I feeling? What possibly is making me uncomfortable? And when we think about conflict resolution, or we think about conflict in regulating our emotions, one recommendation that I always give is letting your first word be a breath. And with that deep breathing, you're not only help regulate your emotions by relaxing your body, excuse me, and taking yourself out of the fight or flight response, but you're also giving yourself the chance to process what the other person is saying.
Okay. And this just popped up in my head, but I want to know, when you're dealing with your own troubles or your own conflict, do you take your own advice, or do you have someone else that you go and confide in?
For sure. So with conflict resolution, there is no one that's perfect in it. So sometimes I can do some of the unhealthy things that everybody else does, which is maybe withdrawing. However, like I said, I try to be more aware of how I'm feeling. I do confide in others, as well as helping as far as like emotionally regulating, making sure that I'm on top of taking those deep breaths. So.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much for joining us today.
Wait, I have questions. How do people get in contact with you? How can they schedule an intervention or a meeting with other students? Like, what do they do if they find themselves in the middle of a situation? And I'm not mic'd, so you might need to repeat that question.
Okay. With students and they're having troubles, how can they find you? How can they reach out to you or get the help that they need right then and there?
For sure, they can come, whether it's going straight to their guidance counselor saying that I'm looking for Mr. G, or they can directly just come to my office, but they can literally reach out to anybody and they will reroute you to Mr. G. And I do have an open door policy. So whether you have an appointment, a lot of times I work with through appointments. However, with having that open door policy, they can literally come to my office at any time if something is causing them distress.
Okay. And you hear that, guys. Please, if you're having any troubles or any difficulties, please go see Mr. G, as he will help you in the best way that he can, in the best way he knows how to. And that concludes our episode 4 of Culture Connect. We thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Great job.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I hope y'all got an A.
We hope we got one too.
Y'all did.